Welcome to Lesson 3 in our first course, Resetting Your Mind. These are the 3 devils that stop you from learning English and communicating easily and freely. I'd like to talk about each of the devils and where they're coming from. We have grammar, the proper devil, memorization, a big bad devil, and then this tricky little fellow, translation. This is in large part the way that you study English throughout public school and in many of the lessons that you take in English schools thereafter. It's the basis of how you study English for tests. But when it comes to communicating and learning enough English to communicate freely with other people from other countries, these devils work against you. Let's take a look at each of them one at a time. Let's talk about grammar. I have an image here of a devil in a suit because grammar is the proper thing to do. It's the proper way to speak. It's what you need to do to be respected when you speak. And it couldn't be further from the truth. The teachers tell you, the experts tell you, if you don't have good grammar, people will laugh at you or your English will sound different or bad. This is not true. Grammar stops you from communicating easily. I've had many students get very confused when I ask the question, what are you going to be doing tomorrow? Going to be doing. I will tomorrow. I will go. What that is a result of is them trying to get the grammar of the sentence right in their mind before they ever speak, and it stops people right away from communicating. The problem, of course, is that to get the best score to enter into the best high school or the best score to enter into the best university in your country, in Japan, Korea, Indonesia, Russia, China, you have to study grammar the way it's taught. So when a lot of my adult students start moving into learning English to communicate, they really believe that grammar is very important, when what it's doing is tricking them into not being able to communicate. Another devil that we need to talk about is memorization. Another tool that is used in public schools and in English education in most countries outside of the native speaking countries. You're given lists of words, often with their translations in your native language, and you have to memorize these words through the week, take the test, memorize the next list for the next week, and take that test. Well, what happens after you take the test? When I've asked my students, most of them will admit they just forget those words because they've taken the test. And then they prepare for the next one and they remember those words for the test and forget them. Memorization is a process that's good for science, it's good for math, and it might help you take the vocabulary test in the school. But when you try to memorize enough vocabulary to be able to communicate with people easily and freely, you're going to be in big trouble.